Welcome back. This is Attorney Patrick Silva. We're going to call this episode Case Analysis. I'm going to go through a case that probably seemed unbeatable or unattainable on the results we actually achieved. I'm going to change the names. I'm going to change the location. I'm going to change this. Set of facts will be the same. And I'm just trying to maintain confidentiality. The judge was Marine, retired. When he was charged with a felony, there's something called Casey, C-A-C-I. I'll call these people Mona and Rick. Rick's driving his truck. He just got off a long work day, and he's up about 23 hours. He went to a family get-together, had a couple beers, maybe a few more, and he's driving home. Initially, his wife was going to drive, but she was tired, so she got into the passenger side and she fell asleep. He's driving down the road and wham, he hits head on to a tree, a huge sturdy tree, T-bones it. She's injured. His two kids in the back are injured. They're minors, so they're under the age of 13. And then that's when it all, went to hell. Ambulance comes, they have to take her away, take the kids away. The kids are injured. She's ultimately put into a coma. In the county he's charged in, Southern California, in this county, he's looking at an exposure of 15 years in state prison. And they charged him with 2 different counts of child endangerment along with felony DUI. Ultimately was 15. His true exposure after what we call the triad and take the max and a third was approximately 12 years. But he was looking at a total of 15. Now, through military diversion, I was going to get him into a program where ultimately I was trying to get the case dismissed. The problem with that is that it would have taken a couple years, and there was no guarantee that we would get him into that program. Ultimately, on a day that we had court, and this is called a felony settlement conference, I had a really good DA, and I had a really good judge. The judge was Marine, retired. Client's overseas deployment and the murder, carrying dead bodies, shooting, and all the stuff he had seen. He knew he'd ultimately qualify for what's called military diversion or veterans court. But here's where we worked out some magic. So he was looking at 15 years. And what we did is we ended up working out a deal where he would plead guilty to 3 misdemeanors. So DUI as a misdemeanor with injury, child endangerment for kid 1 as a misdemeanor, child endangerment as kid 2 as a misdemeanor. And ultimately, he was sentenced to 30 days of, quote, trash duty. And this is where it gets even better, is the trash duty, he's going to get half-time credit. He's going to do 15 days of trash duty. And then he's going to pay a fine of about $2,000, and he's going to do a child endangerment class for about a year, and he'll do a DUI class for about 4 months. This had huge ramifications because when he was charged with a felony, there's something called Casey, C-A-C-I, and it's basically Crimes Against Children Index. Since he was charged with the 273 AA, that went into the index. And within 3 days of being arrested, his kid's school found out, and they took him off the volunteer list and said, sorry, Charlie, you can't come and volunteer. The Little League found out, and they said, sorry, Charlie, you can't come and coach. So now they didn't even let him on the property. And they're assuming that he hurt some other kid. By pleading to the misdemeanors, this allowed him to save his job. He worked in an area that was very sensitive, and if he would have had a felony, he would not have been able to continue working. You're asking, well, how the hell did you get that result, Silva? And all I could say is, we've been lucky, we've been blessed. This was hard work. We knew what we're doing. We had a good game plan. And it was because the ability and our game plan on what we're trying to achieve, we're able to negotiate and give this type of result. If you have a serious DUI or if you have a low-level DUI, give me a call, give you a free consultation over the phone. Doesn't cost us nothing, 10, 15 minutes. There's a lot of people that I help. I'll give you good advice. Even if you can't afford our services, you'll get good advice. I'll tell you what to do. I'll give you a good analysis of the facts of your case, and then you could decide what you're going to do. Represent yourself, go with a public defender, or have an attorney such as myself who focuses and specializes in DUI defense help you. This is attorney Patrick Silva. We're located in Redlands. We serve Southern California from Indio to Los Angeles. We specialize in DUI defense. That's why we have to travel. 25 years ago, I didn't have to travel. I stayed in one courthouse, did a bunch of different types of law, but now we've been specializing for a very long time, and this is what we do. Have a great day. Out.